Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. With great joy and immense pleasure, I feel privileged to extend my sincere thanks for having us today in the National Seminar of PBI and SPBI 2022 Pekalongan University. Thank you so much to the committee for the wonderful arrangement of this great event, honorable reviewers, presenters, lecturers, researchers, and all participants from various institutions. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kumara Jati. I am from Ministry of Trade in Jakarta. In this national conference, I would like to present my research about education and socialization of palm oil trade policy in Indonesia. Allow me to share the presentation. Wait a second. This is the introduction. As you all know, there is a significant increase of palm oil price in Indonesia and in the world, and the government and all stakeholders try to minimize the negative impacts of the fluctuation in the price of staple food commodities. So the government also want to ensure the price stability and ensure the availability of the supply of palm oil. So in this case, in the early of 2022, the Ministry of Trade released three regulation. Minister of Trade Regulation number 5, number 6, and number 8 related to trade and export policy. To the best of our knowledge, not much research has been done related to the palm oil trade policy and laws in Indonesia. So in this special occasion, I would like to write research about how to understand the education and socialization of palm oil trade policy in Indonesia. This is the next introduction. Every year, Indonesia can produce palm oil and palm oil products around 43.5 million tons, according to USDA. This is a blessing of good quality palm oil production in Indonesia that can give prosperity to many stakeholders. And then there is been a significant increase in international price of palm oil, and this is also affects the fluctuation in palm oil prices in Indonesia and in the world. The increase of palm oil price can give benefit, but also, in the other hand, also can bear a cost. There is a cost need to be paid. So the central government need to maintain the stability and affordability of this palm oil and its derivative by giving proper education and socialization to the society. Next, we can see the research method, theoretical concept. One is a literature review. It is a review of written information on applicable laws and regulation. And then second, juridical legal research analysis is a science procedure for carrying out research activity based on applicable laws and regulation. And then this in juridical legal research analysis, we also use the legislative or statute approach. And then the last research method, we have the concept of education and socialization related to law, policy, starting from the philosophical thinking, theoretical, conceptual, and practical scientific development that can be realized in concrete form to provide good quality of legal products. This is just a research method, stage of research framework from research team, research goal, research method, and research findings. So finally, we want to maintain the stability and availability of palm oil with education and association of palm oil trade policy. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, this is the findings and discussion, the analysis of literature review. In figure 1, you can see the fluctuation of international palm oil price in US dollar per ton. So based on this CME group data in February 2022, this month, there was an increase in international price, CPO, around 1,290 US dollar per ton, or 77% compared the same period last year, or around 14% compared last month, January. So it is a significant increase. And because palm oil and also palm oil is an important commodity, so the government need to see and then need to make good regulation. And also the stakeholders sometimes prefer to sell cooking palm oil abroad because they can receive more profit. This is the Indonesian export data of palm oil to the world. They are total around 20, 6-digit HS code. And then there was also an increase of export, 60% in 2021, around 38.4 billion compared last year. And then the trend the last 3 years of export is also increased around 37. Next, ladies and gentlemen, you can see this is the analysis of juridical legal analysis. There are 3 regulation of Minister of Trade number 05, 06, and 08. So 3 regulation is related to palm oil trade in Indonesia. So first, Permendak number 5, which is made by taking into account the written proposal and the results of the coordination meeting of the relevant technical agency. So this palm oil not only handled by Ministry of Trade, but other ministries also. Second, Permendak number 6, which aim to maintain stability and certainty in the price of palm cooking oil, as well as the affordability of palm cooking oil prices at the consumer level. So in this regulation, you can see also there are 3 highest retail prices for bulk cooking oils, simple packaged cooking oil, and premium packaged oil. And the business people who violate the regulation may be subject to administrative sanction up to the revocation of business license. Last but not least, the third Permendak number 8, with aim of optimizing the availability of cooking oil and cooking oil raw materials, it is necessary to reorganize the policy and regulation for exporting crude palm oil. So if the export company want to deliver the products abroad, they need to get export approval. They need to report an independent statement form of identify illegal aspects. They need to report export plan within 6 months, and they need to report the realization of the domestic distribution. So the distribution realization need to be fulfilled some point. First is the distribution domestic market obligation and domestic price obligation. And if there is a cost need to be bear by the government and business people, that later on can be covered by National Oil Palm Plantation Fund Management Agency, BPDPKS. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion. First, the people of Indonesia need to get good education and socialization related to the latest trade policy of palm oil in Indonesia. Second, the new regulation or policy has been implemented as the consequence of the significant increase of cooking oil from palm oil price in Indonesia and in the world. Third, the exporter of palm oil company need to understand and support the affordability and the availability of cooking oil in Indonesia. And fourth, hopefully the new palm oil trade policy or regulation can bring stability of palm cooking oil price. And last but not least, all stakeholders, especially palm oil company, need to understand how the new policy can be implemented and give more benefit to the Indonesian customer as well, more profit to the company shareholder by exporting the palm oil abroad. Thank you so much for your kind attention. I apologize if there is mistake during my presentation. Hopefully the audience can understand and give question. I give back the screen to moderator. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day. Thank you.